Well, now that it's May, you can certainly feel those crisp mornings, and it's a gentle reminder for us all to get out in the garden and start cleaning it up before we get into those wet winter days. And that's exactly what I'm doing today. The first thing to do is trim those hedges. Do it now and make the most of those golden afternoons before the ground gets too heavy. Now, if you've got a box hedge, they don't need a heavy prune this time of the year, so just to tidy up. But if you've got a hedge like a plumbago, you can really get stuck into them. And you let the light and the air movement through them during the winter months, and boy, do they come back after a prune. If you've got gardenias, camellias, azaleas or daphne, great time to be feeding them now with either organics or a specialised fertiliser to get the best blooms. And agapanthus. It's the last call to tidy up those old flower heads. Just yank them out, give the plant a bit of a clean up, feed them with an organic fertiliser, and a few snail baits wouldn't go astray either. And if your shrubs are a bit lanky or yellowing, you can prune them back as well. And I'm going to prune a Murraya, a Diosma, a Rose, a Buddleia, and I'm going to take them back to about a third their size. And that pushes the energy back into the root system for that spring burst. You know, for those of you that have been watching the show for a couple of years, you would recognise my Buddleia. They are a magnificent plant for most South Australian gardens. They're hardy. They flower their heads off 6 months of the year. They attract the beautiful monarch butterfly and they fill a gap. And that's the problem because they grow so fast. This is the time of the year where I've got to get stuck into it again and hack it right back. From 3 metres high to this, and you know, it loves it. And you'll also find pages and pages of information, tips, what to do, what to plant for autumn and winter in the latest SA Gardens magazine. I've got practical articles, inspiring and award-winning gardens, plus plenty of tips for South Australian gardens. Well, not a bad read if I say so myself. I've also listed my top 10 veggies to plant and grow this season. And they are artichokes, both Globe and Jerusalem, broccoli, kale, leek, pak choi, carrots, celeriac, potatoes, and of course peas. Now you can either plant them by seed or plants. A great time of the year to get them growing. You know, autumn is my most favourite time of the year, so why not get in the car and take a drive through the Adelaide Hills and take a look at the beautiful autumn colours of the trees, the wonderful golden rows of the vineyards, maybe even stop for lunch or a cup of coffee, or even do some shopping. And you could even stop at one of those roadside stalls and bring home a slice of the Adelaide Hills.